Uncommon right now to find somebody who has paid maybe $60,000 or $65,000 for a very high-end pickup truck. Well, even the average pickup truck now is going to be crossing over that $50,000 barrier.
In 2026, buying the wrong truck isn't just a mistake. It's a financial disaster waiting to happen. Some trucks this year look shiny on the lot, but underneath, they hide crippling flaws, terrible reliability, brutal depreciation, and expensive breakdowns. Others, they deliver performance, comfort, and value that make them the smartest buy of the decade. So which ones will carry you for years without regret? And how do you make sure you don't pick the wrong side? Stick with me, because missing this list could be the most expensive mistake you make in 2026. Nissan Frontier. Every once in a while, a truck stays on the market longer than it probably should, and the Nissan Frontier is a textbook example of that in 2026. On paper, the Frontier is marketed as an affordable way to step into pickup ownership without breaking the bank. In reality, it is a reminder that bargain pricing often comes at the cost of refinement, technology, and long-term value. The Frontier carries a legacy stretching back decades. When it was first launched, it earned respect for being rugged, simple, and easy to wrench on. Old-school buyers still remember the compact Frontier of the late 1990s that became a reliable work companion for families and small businesses. However, time has not been kind. Competitors have moved forward with turbocharged efficiency, hybrid innovations, luxurious interiors, and refined suspensions. Meanwhile, Nissan has been content to polish the same old package, leaving the current Frontier feeling stale and underdeveloped. Behind the wheel, the shortcomings show quickly. The ride is stiff and unsettled, especially on rough highways, making daily commuting feel like punishment rather than partnership. Towing capacity lags behind class leaders, and payload ratings leave working men disappointed when heavy tools or weekend toys overload the bed. The cabin is dated, with technology that looks borrowed from a vehicle built in the early 2010s. Even basic connectivity features, which rivals include as standard, feel clunky or half-finished here. Another major concern is resale. With Nissan cutting back on investment in its truck division, the Frontier struggles to hold value. Owners face steep depreciation, meaning the money saved at purchase often disappears when it is time to trade in. And as we step away from this aging warrior, buckle up, because the next truck in our countdown shows that even the mighty Bowtie brand can stumble when it builds big iron for hardworking Americans. Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty. Strength and size can be impressive on the surface, but when the mechanical foundation is shaky, the shine fades fast. The Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty has long been promoted as the workhorse for contractors, farmers, and families needing brute force. In 2026, however, the reality is that this big bowtie pickup feels more like a rough draft than a polished champion. The Silverado heavy-duty line has been on American roads for decades, carving a reputation for durability and hauling muscle. Older generations earned loyal buyers by towing livestock trailers, hauling equipment, and surviving years of punishing miles. Yet the modern version exposes uncomfortable truths. The ride is punishingly stiff when unloaded, rattling passengers on every bump. Highway comfort is minimal, with road noise echoing through a cabin that still relies too heavily on hard plastics and uninspired design. Competitors from Ford and Ram have refined their interiors to resemble upscale living rooms, while Chevrolet seems stuck in the early 2000s. Power is not the issue. The available diesel engine offers mountains of torque, and on paper, it can pull astonishing weight. The problem lies in reliability. Owners report fuel system hiccups, injector replacements, and transmission complaints with the Allison-branded 10-speed automatic gearbox. Hard shifts, delayed response, and occasional slipping make towing feel like rolling the dice. Repairs cost thousands, which stings after already paying more than $50,000 for the truck itself. For drivers who need to tow heavy every single week, the Silverado Heavy Duty might hold appeal. For everyday Americans balancing family life with weekend work, the compromises feel too steep. And as we move from Chevrolet's missteps, brace yourself, because the next heavyweight on our countdown proves that sometimes raw muscle comes packaged with rough manners and painful trade-offs. Ram 2500 Heavy Duty. There is no denying the commanding presence of the Ram 2500 Heavy Duty, but sometimes size and strength hide a list of problems that only appear once the honeymoon phase is over. In 2026, this truck stands as a warning that raw muscle alone cannot guarantee satisfaction, especially when long-term durability and comfort are called into question. The Ram brand has long enjoyed a reputation for offering some of the most comfortable cabins in the pickup world. Many buyers step inside and marvel at the leather, wood accents, and large digital screens. Unfortunately, beneath that attractive shell lies a collection of nagging issues. The 6.7-liter Cummins turbocharged diesel engine produces mountains of torque, torque, but it has been paired with the well-known 68 RFE automatic transmission, a gearbox infamous for overheating, slipping gears, and even complete failure. Stories of owners paying over $6,000 for rebuilds are far too common, turning what should be a dependable tool into an expensive gamble. Ride quality is another Achilles' heel. The rear leaf spring suspension might handle massive trailers, but when the truck is empty, it pounds passengers with a stiff and bouncy experience. Daily commutes become tiring, and long road trips are punishing. Fuel consumption only adds insult to injury, as the gas-powered 6.4-liter Hemi 5.8 engine often drinks fuel at less than 12 miles per gallon in real-world use. Yes, when loaded with a heavy trailer, the Ram 2500 Heavy Duty can flex its muscles, but living with it every single day requires sacrifices many drivers regret. And now, as we leave behind Ram's bruising heavyweight, the countdown shifts to a truck that tried to represent Nissan's full-size dream, but instead limps toward an unfortunate ending. If you're getting value so far, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below telling us which truck has surprised you most. Nissan Titan. Every truck story has a beginning and an end, and for the Nissan Titan, the curtain has officially closed. By the time 2026 arrives, the Titan is no longer in production, marking the end of Nissan's attempt to stand toe-to-toe with American heavyweights like Ford, Chevrolet, and Ram. For buyers, that means one simple truth: investing in a discontinued pickup is often a gamble that costs more than it gives back. When the Titan first launched in the early 2004s, it made a splash as Nissan's bold push into the full-size truck market. It offered V8 power, aggressive styling, and features that set it apart from Japanese rivals. For a brief moment, it looked like a true challenger. But as years passed, the Titan stood still while its competitors sprinted forward. Interiors stayed basic, technology felt years behind, and overall refinement never matched Detroit's best. Under the hood, the 5.6-liter Endurance 5.8 engine packed plenty of horsepower, but it was thirsty. Real-world fuel economy often hovered around 13 to 15 miles per gallon, which is brutal compared to modern turbocharged 6-cylinder engines delivering more torque with far greater efficiency. Towing capacity was limited as well, topping out near 9,300 pounds, well below the 13,000-pound figures offered by rivals. Perhaps the biggest blow, however, comes from Nissan's decision to exit the segment entirely. Once a model is discontinued, resale values plummet, dealerships move inventory quickly, and aftermarket support fades. Owners who buy now may face higher costs down the road, with fewer upgrades and declining demand. Leaving Nissan's abandoned dream behind, we now reach the very bottom of the barrel, a truck that promised adventure but ended up proving how badly things can go when execution falls flat. Jeep Gladiator. Some vehicles try to wear too many hats, and the Jeep Gladiator is the prime example of what happens when ambition outruns execution. At first glance, the Gladiator looks like the dream truck for adventure seekers, blending the iconic Jeep Wrangler styling with the utility of a pickup bed. By 2026, however, the shine has worn off, and what remains is a truck that is neither a comfortable daily driver nor a dependable work partner. The Gladiator entered the market with massive hype, promising to deliver open-air freedom, rugged four-wheel drive capability, and truck practicality in one bold package. It drew crowds at dealerships, and Jeep loyalists were eager to embrace the new member of the family. Unfortunately, everyday ownership tells a harsher story. The ride is jittery and unstable on highways, with wind noise that grows unbearable at higher speeds. A solid front axle helps off-road performance, but punishes drivers during long commutes or family trips. Payload and towing abilities do little to redeem the shortcomings. With a maximum towing capacity of roughly 7,700 pounds, it falls short of rivals like the Chevrolet Colorado or Ford Ranger, which manage similar or slightly higher figures with greater stability. Payload ratings also trail behind, leaving owners frustrated when heavier loads challenge the suspension. Under the hood, the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine feels dated, offering modest horsepower and lackluster fuel economy, often returning less than 17 miles per gallon in mixed driving. Reliability concerns round out the disappointment. Reports of electrical glitches, transmission issues, and axle weakness paint a picture of a truck struggling to meet its promises. Shifting from disappointments to true champions, we leave behind the 5 worst pickup trucks and step into the spotlight of the 7 best. These are the rides that deliver muscle, comfort, and modern innovation. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Every once in a while, a vehicle arrives that dares to bend the rules of tradition, and the Hyundai Santa Cruz is that rebel in the pickup world. By 2026, this compact truck has carved out a loyal following by proving that small stature can still pack serious versatility and comfort. The Santa Cruz made waves when it launched as Hyundai's first true pickup, taking a bold step into territory dominated by American giants. Many critics doubted it at first, dismissing the smaller size and crossover roots, yet families and city drivers quickly realized its genius. seamless maneuverability of a sport utility vehicle with the utility of an open bed. The design bridges two worlds, offering something different for those who want truck practicality without the bulk and weight of a full-size rig. Under the hood, the 2.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine pumps out plenty of horsepower and torque for everyday needs. Fuel efficiency is a standout, with drivers regularly achieving over 23 miles per gallon combined, numbers that would make most larger trucks jealous. Properly equipped, it tows up to 5,000 pounds, rivaling or surpassing some mid-size competitors. The 4.3-foot bed is cleverly designed with underfloor storage and an available lockable tonneau cover, making it surprisingly useful despite the compact footprint. Inside, the Santa Cruz feels far more refined than expected. Comfortable seating, a quiet cabin, and technology like a 10.25-inch touchscreen with wireless smartphone integration make it easy to forget you are in a pickup at all. Safety features further sweeten the deal, giving drivers peace of mind. And as we close the Hyundai's unconventional yet capable creation, prepare yourself, because the next entry cranks up the voltage with electric power and performance that rewrites everything we thought we knew about trucks. Rivian R1T. Innovation often comes from unexpected corners, and the Rivian R1T proves that an American startup can challenge decades of tradition. By 2026, this fully electric pickup has become a statement piece for drivers who want cutting-edge performance without sacrificing utility or capability. The Rivian name may still feel new compared to legacy brands, but its vision has resonated. When the R1T first appeared, skeptics wondered if anyone would trust an electric truck to handle real-world jobs. Those doubts have largely been silenced. With 4 electric motors, one for each wheel, the truck delivers breathtaking control and staggering acceleration. Depending on the configuration, it can produce well over 800 horsepower and nearly 900 pound-feet of torque. That translates into blistering 0 to 60 mile-per-hour times in just about 3 seconds, rivaling sports cars that cost far more. Range is equally impressive. With available battery packs, the Rivian can travel over 400 miles on a single charge, ensuring long road trips or wilderness adventures remain possible. Thanks to advanced fast-charging technology, drivers can add roughly 140 miles of range in about 20 minutes under ideal conditions. When it comes to towing, the R1T proves its toughness, pulling up to 11,000 pounds while maintaining stability through intelligent torque vectoring. Inside, the cabin feels more like a luxury lounge than a utility vehicle. Premium materials, a massive central touchscreen, and clever storage solutions such as the gear tunnel and front trunk set it apart from every other pickup on the market. Owners describe it as futuristic yet practical, capable of hauling lumber during the week and camping gear on the weekend. And now, as we leave behind the electric revolution, get ready to revisit an old American classic, because the next truck shows how a half-ton legend can balance tradition with modern muscle. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Heritage counts for a lot in the truck world, and the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 wears its legacy proudly. By 2026, this half-ton pickup remains one of the most trusted names on American roads, continuing to evolve with technology, comfort, and capability while holding on to its rugged reputation. Chevrolet has been building pickups for over a century, and the Silverado line is the cornerstone of that tradition. Generations of farmers, tradesmen, and families have relied on it to haul equipment, tow trailers, and handle the daily grind. The modern Silverado 1500 carries that torch with confidence. Buyers can choose from multiple engines, including a 2.7-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, a 5.3-liter V8, a 6.2-liter V8, and a 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel. Each option caters to different priorities, whether that is efficiency, brute strength, or balance between the two. When properly equipped, the Silverado 1500 can tow up to 13,300 pounds, enough to pull campers, boats, or work trailers with ease. Chevrolet's advanced trailering system further simplifies the process by offering camera views, monitoring features, and theft alerts that give owners confidence on the road. For those who prefer adventure, the ZR2 trim adds Multimatic shock absorbers, skid plates, and rugged 33-inch all-terrain tires designed to tackle rough trails. Step inside, and the Silverado reveals another side of its character. Higher trims such as LT, RST, or High Country bring in a 13.4-inch touchscreen, a fully digital gauge cluster, leather seating, premium audio, and upscale touches like open-pore wood. It proves that hard work and comfort can live together in the same cabin. And now, as the Silverado's balanced strengths fade into the background, prepare to journey into the world of midsize adventure, where Toyota's legend sharpens its claws for another round. Toyota Tacoma. Legends are not born overnight, and the Toyota Tacoma has earned its crown through decades of grit, reliability, and unshakable loyalty from drivers who demand toughness above all else. In 2026, the Tacoma continues to dominate the midsize segment by blending proven dependability with fresh technology and rugged capability. Since its arrival in the mid-1990s, the Tacoma has built a cult-like following among adventurers, off-roaders, and hard-working families. Stories of Tacomas running well past 300,000 miles are common, and that durability is a major reason used models hold value better than nearly any rival. Toyota knew it could not rest on reputation alone, so the latest generation received significant upgrades designed to keep the truck ahead of its peers. Gone is the old six-cylinder, replaced with a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, producing 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. For those who demand even more grunt, the hybrid iForce Max option increases output to 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, rivaling larger half-ton trucks. Towing capacity climbs to nearly 7,000 pounds, while clever trailering aids make hauling less stressful. The Tacoma shines brightest when the pavement ends. Trims like TRD Pro and Trailhunter deliver factory lift kits, Fox shocks, skid plates, and locking differentials. Toyota's crawl control system acts as low-speed cruise control for rocky terrain, giving drivers confidence to conquer challenges once reserved for custom-built rigs. Inside, comfort finally matches capability. A 14-inch touchscreen, wireless smartphone integration, upgraded seating, and available leather and premium sound elevate the cabin experience. And as the Tacoma's adventure spirit fires up imaginations, get ready to switch gears, because our countdown now rolls into Ram territory, where luxury collides with raw muscle in surprising fashion. Ram 1500. Luxury and muscle rarely coexist in the truck world, yet the Ram 1500 continues to prove that drivers no longer have to choose between refinement and raw strength. By 2026, this full-size pickup has become the poster child for blending work-ready capability with comfort that rivals high-end sport utility vehicles. The Ram 1500's journey has been marked by innovation. When Ram introduced coil spring rear suspension more than a decade ago, skeptics doubted it could handle serious loads. Time proved otherwise. The ride became the smoothest in its class, while towing and hauling abilities remained formidable. Today, that same suspension, paired with optional adaptive air ride, delivers a cushioned feel that makes long highway drives or city commutes effortless. Under the hood, Ram says farewell to the old Hemi 5, 8, and EcoDiesel, ushering in the new Hurricane twin turbocharged inline 6 family. Output varies depending on trim, but numbers climb well above 400 horsepower and reach torque figures north of 450 pound-feet. This power ensures the Ram can tow up to 12,750 pounds when properly equipped, while fuel efficiency improves compared to the thirsty V8. Step inside, and the story shifts from grit to glamour. Trims such as Laramie, Longhorn, and limited feature leather seating, open-pore wood accents, and massive touchscreens stretching over 12 inches. The cabin feels more like a luxury den than a work truck, with premium audio systems and advanced safety features completing the picture. Yet beneath the elegance, the frame remains stout, ready for trailers, payloads, or job site demands. And as the Ram 1500 demonstrates how power can wear a tailored suit, the countdown now thunders toward a truck built to dominate work sites with brute force, the unstoppable Ford Super Duty. Before we reveal the final two, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future breakdowns. We dive deep into trucks, SUVs, and more, and your subscription fuels bigger, better content every week. Ford Super Duty. Workhorse legends are forged in the fields, on construction sites, and across endless highways, and no name carries that mantle quite like the Ford Super Duty. By 2026, this heavy-duty powerhouse remains the truck of choice for drivers who need relentless strength and absolute confidence when tackling massive jobs. Ford's Super Duty lineup has a long and decorated history, built around one purpose: dominate heavy hauling. Generations of farmers, contractors, and haulers have sworn by its capability, and the latest version only cements that reputation. Buyers can choose from multiple engines, including the 6.8-liter gasoline V8, the 7.3-liter Godzilla vanilla V8 and the 6.7-liter Power-Stroke Turbo Diesel V8. The diesel option is particularly fearsome, generating around 500 horsepower and a staggering 1,200 pound-feet of torque. With numbers like these, towing limits are nothing short of jaw-dropping. Properly configured with a gooseneck setup, the Super Duty can pull up to 40,000 pounds. Conventional towing tops out at 30,000 pounds, while payload ratings stretch beyond 8,000 pounds. These figures mean the truck is capable of moving livestock trailers, heavy equipment, or multi-car haulers with confidence few rivals can match. Technology ensures that this brute force is manageable. Systems such as Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, onboard scales, adaptive cruise control, and a full suite of camera views simplify once intimidating tasks. Inside, the cabin ranges from durable work-ready trims to luxurious options featuring leather, wood accents, and 12-inch digital screens. It is a truck equally ready for muddy job sites or cross-country highway runs. And as we close our Ford's industrial titan, prepare to meet the undisputed king of American roads, the truck that blends everyday usability with unmatched popularity. Ford F-150. Some trucks sell well for a season, but only one has dominated the American market for more than 4 decades straight, the Ford F-150. By 2026, this pickup is not only the best-selling truck in the nation, but also the single best-selling vehicle of any kind. That level of loyalty is never an accident. It is earned year after year through relentless innovation, capability, and trust that keeps drivers coming back. The F-150's secret is versatility. Few vehicles in history offer so many choices under one badge. Buyers can select from 6 powertrains, beginning with a solid 3.3-liter V6 and climbing through options like the 5.0-liter Coyote V8, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, and the impressive 3.5-liter PowerBoost hybrid. Horsepower ranges up to 400, while torque maxes at 500 pound-feet. With the hybrid, drivers can achieve mid-20s fuel economy while still towing up to 12,700 pounds. For pure towing dominance, the EcoBoost shines with a maximum of 14,000 pounds when properly equipped. Beyond muscle, the F-150 is loaded with smart features. Pro Power Onboard transforms the truck into a mobile generator, delivering up to 7.2 kilowatts of electricity, enough to run tools or even power a campsite. Pro Trailer Backup Assist, onboard scales, and a 12-inch digital instrument cluster make complicated tasks surprisingly simple. Trim levels range from the no-nonsense XL work truck to the luxurious Platinum and King Ranch, and even the wild off-road Raptor designed for high-speed desert runs. As our countdown reaches its conclusion, the Ford F-150 stands tall. It represents strength, technology, comfort, and unbeatable popularity, truly earning its crown as the best pickup truck of 2026. That wraps up our list of the 5 worst and 7 best pickup trucks to buy in 2026. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments which truck shocked you most, or which one you're planning to drive next. If this breakdown saved you time or money, hit that like button and share it with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe for more straight-shooting truck guides that keep you ahead of the game.